I'm Apostle Ricky Floyd, overseer of the Pursuit of God Transformation Center right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Listen, I'm so excited that you tuned into our telecast today. We believe that we have a relevant word that's going to cause transformation, prosperity, peace, and wisdom to enter into your life. So listen, stay tuned and prepare yourself to be transformed. The three things with communication from this perspective with words. Number one, a brief, succinct, and organized. No rambling, no shooting from the hip. Now, I hate to hear a preacher get upset. I'm just going to preach from my heart today. That means he's just going to be rambling all day. He ain't did no study. He's just going to be rambling. So, number two, be free of jargon. Number three, do not create resistance in the listener. Because if you create resistance in the listener, Kevin Leo said, how much water can you pour in an 8-ounce cup? Not a trick question, y'all. 8 ounces. All over the 8 is causing a mess. Did you hear what I just said? All over the 8 is causing a mess. So you don't want to have your cup filled. If you're making a mixed drink, you don't want to have it all mixed with water. You want to have the right blend so that you can have the right drink. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
All right, number 3, paraverbal communication. Paraverbal communication, how we say the words is very important. Proverbs 12:18 says this: there is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. So we have to watch how we're saying what we're saying. Anybody ever have an argument or heated discussion and your partner says, oh, so what you saying is blah, blah, blah? No. What I said is what I said. Don't be throwing extra words in there talking about in other words. I didn't use other words. I used the words I wanted to use. Now you misinterpreting the situation based upon the fact that you offended and you reading something I didn't say. And that happens all the time when a person is offended. You never know if a person has a rejected spirit, then they're going to receive everything through a rejected filter. He said, baby, I didn't say that. So you out of here. No, I'm just going in the other room because we both hot right now. Oh, so you just gonna leave me? I didn't say that. I said I'm going in another room. You're misinterpreting. So the use of our words are very, very important. Paraverbal communication refers to the messages that we transmit through the tone, pitch, and pacing of our words. It's how we say something, not what we say. I can remember there were times in our marriage, my husband would say, baby, I understand what you're saying, and you right. I just can't receive it in the tone you're saying. And I'm like, what tone? This is the way I normally talk. So I'm from up north. I would talk with my hands and, all like that. So I was like, I was talking like this when you met me. I was talking like this when you married me. Now when we in the fight, I got a tone. And, and I had to go back. Well, he came from a background with very dominant females. And so when you got dominant females, you already got that. Ain't nobody going to get to pitch 2. I'm not putting up with it. You make them intervals. When I grow up, I ain't no woman gonna never talk to me like this. She ain't gonna never have, So there were times where he would say everything he wanted to say and say, the end. How many of you know that was the end of some other stuff too? Be careful what you say. Now you said the end, like the end. I was like, okay then. The end been locked down.
Wait a minute. I wasn't talking about that.
I mean, y'all see? So, then I got to get the head bobbing and all the other stuff. So, the paraverbal communication accounts for approximately 38% of what is communicated. So you may be saying something but in the tone you say it. And if you one of those that every time you talk, you start off as a tenor, but when you get real hot, you up at that soprano voice, and and you say, I'm just passionate, though you pissed. And so, all of a sudden, and if they got an issue with that, man, you going to a level and they like you shutting them all the way down. 38% of what you said is based on your tone, your pitch, and your pacing. A sentence can convey entirely different meanings. That's why I'm real careful about stuff I see or read on Facebook. Because you can never determine a person's, or text, anything written, you can't determine their tone. You reading their words and you interpreting it based on what you think, not on what they said. So you can have a sentence like this that says, I didn't say you were stupid. And that has 6 different meanings, depending on which word is emphasized. I didn't say you were stupid. Means
You stupid, but I didn't say
I didn't say it.
He said.
I'm thinking it, but I ain't say it. Said I didn't say you were stupid. Meaning somebody stupid. I just didn't say it was
your mama, your dad, your sister, and your brother stupid, but I didn't say you were stupid. Your whole family is though.
I didn't say you were stupid. Might be retarded, but I didn't say you were stupid. I didn't say it.
Crazy, but I didn't say you were stupid.
Might be a little ignorant. I didn't say you were stupid. So you can go back and say, I didn't say you were stupid. Now my mom told me you were stupid a long time ago.
Everybody else saying you're stupid, but I didn't say it.
See, I didn't say you were stupid. I meant to, but I didn't. You see?
I didn't say you were stupid. I was thinking it.
And, so you have all the same 6 words, 6 different meanings. Yeah. How many times are you in conversation with your spouse and you have no idea what they really mean? Mm-hmm. Your silence lets me know I'm in the house. Some points to remember about your paraverbal communication are: A, when we are angry or excited, our speech tends to become more rapid and higher pitched. So you could just be excited and they really think you angry. Oh, I'm just passionate about this. Oh, calm down. What? I said calm down. I'm calm. How come I can't be excited about this? You get it because I didn't pull it when I said it. Well, why can't I just be passionate? So and we went through this. So I got to the point where, well, what do you want me to do? Speak in a monotone.
I was like, I like that.
Your tone. I'm like, do you not know how loud you are at all times? Now I can't raise my voice. Y'all remember that cartoon used to be called The Proud Family? We was the loud family. 2-story house, our intercom. Hey! I learned to be country when I moved here, but y'all forgive me, I'm doing better.
And she was a quick study.
I had good teachers.
I'm going to leave that alone. You got to know when you lose it. Next subject.
B. When we are bored or feeling down, our speech tends to slow or take on a more monotone quality. So, I finally took you out to dinner. And you're like, how's your food? Fine. Look, woman, you said you wanted to go out to eat, and now you just sitting over there. I went to McDonald's yesterday. We ate McDonald's to, Can't you read my mind? C. When we are feeling defensive, our speech is often abrupt. So you just short. You want to go out to eat? No. Baby, you want something? No. Baby, can I have some? No. What's wrong? Nothing.
Sit yourself down, girl, and talk to me. Tell me what's up. Oh, we got a young crowd. Y'all don't know nothing about that song right there. Well, how you expect me to understand? You gotta bring some old music in. Anybody remember that song? When I don't even know what's wrong. Let's straighten it out. I forgot the most important part.
Right.
Doom, 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 doom. Ooh.
And you know how we go. You said that last time. We still didn't talk about it. So remember, paraverbal messages, number one, they account for about 38% of what is perceived and understood by others. So now if I said no, 38% of what he receives is no, when you really meant yes, something's wrong with me. Number two, include the tone, pitch, and pacing of our voice. So you have to remember, go back to that thinking process. Am I going to come into this with an attitude? Because if you come in with attitude, I can promise you the message is going to get twisted.
Yeah. And sometimes when one of your spouse may know that they're not in the mindset to give you the right tone or the right pitches right now. And so in that case, then they may say, listen, give me an hour. Let's talk in an hour. Now, they may say, let's talk tomorrow. But whenever you commit to talk, you cannot let anything else come in the way of the time that you said talk. If you say an hour, I don't care if the boys call with tickets to the Grizzlies championship game, you can't go. Because your spouse gave you the grace to get yourself together for y'all to communicate in that hour. And so you lose all trust. You lose all rights to delay it again if you don't fulfill the time that you said. And I want to say that because many times, women want to talk right now, but men, again, we have had experience with you. We know once we say something crazy, you don't forget it. You get real mad. B, leave me alone. Leave me alone, B. Oh, I'm a B. But then, you ain't gonna get none. You make your wife feel like a B, she ain't gonna give you none. So man, we said, well, let me, we kind of like sheep. We eat slow. Let me chew this on. Let me chew on this. And then the more you saying, y'all don't realize you said all that, and we still chewing at the same place. You done put 4 more plates there. We still. And then we like cows. A cow, take it down, bring it back up, send it to the other stomach, and then it go down. And so don't think just because you got it out that communication gonna come up. Now the other thing I want to talk about, the fourth thing is nonverbal communication. Our body language. Your body all over my body. It's your body, baby. Now, we talked about that tones, what was yours called?
Paraverbal.
Paraverbal is 38% of the communication. Now, I need somebody that's good with math to do this real quick. Nonverbal is 55% of the communication. Your tones, your pace, your pitches is 38%. Your body language is 55%. That's 93%. Is that correct?
Correct.
So we thinking, I got to get the words out. And your words only account for 7% of what you said. Sometimes, if you just shut up and say, you'll get better results. No, I done sit there and shut up all my life. I done let everybody ran over me and I ain't never said nothing, but I'm going to talk tonight. And I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. You crazy, baby. You need every piece of your mind that you got. You can't afford to give none away right now. So listen, Philippians 2:14 says, do all things without grumbling or questioning, that you may be blameless and innocent children of God, without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, amongst whom you shine as light in the world. Now, the power of nonverbal communication can be underestimated. In the book of The Silent Message, the Professor Albert says that the message we send through our posture. See how you sit when you're talking to people. You know, if y'all have a conversation, you sitting like your posture, your gesture. That's why when we have communication, when we have counsel with people, we said no gestures. You gotta sit straight. Sit like you're an old lady driving a 67 Chevy. Because all those gestures I've seen when we had major breakthroughs with couples, especially men, because it's hard to get men to come to counseling. And we get the man to acknowledge and recognize the errors of his ways. He'll say, Pastor, man, I see what you... See, I told you. See, I told you. And then he builds this wall back up, and he's ready to go now.
Because she's the one who did that.
Because she's the one who did that. So instead of just being quiet and having a cheerleader's moment on the inside and celebrating that her husband, who never admits to anything wrong, we've gotten a breakthrough, but she's so busy trying to prove that she's been right. See, I told y'all, I knew it. I knew it. Talking to me like I'm crazy. I told you. And then the brother has gone farther back in the shell than he was. Why? Because he came out and you tried to cut his head off. So he gone back deeper in the shell and don't want to reach out. Again, facial expressions, partial distance, not even the distance that you have. Now, if you are known for domestic violence and swinging and hitting, then when y'all communicating, you don't need to be all up on, say it again. What you saying? No, give them space. Or you don't need to be all in the kitchen while they trying to talk to you. You in the living room, I hear you. So spacing is important. Facial expressions is important. Gestures is important. Body language is important. Like my wife said, I didn't like the fact that she used to be moving her hand. Because my mom named Ruth May. She would do it. You don't even know a slap coming. And my wife, her stepfather was violent. So I would pound the table to make my point. I'm trying to tell you, woman, that ain't what I meant. Well, when I started hitting that table, she ain't hear nothing I said. She looking at my fist, she looking at the table, she looking at my gesture, and she trying to find something to hit me back with in case if I hit her.
Amen. That meant fight.
Yeah. So again, I say 55% of what is perceived, not necessarily right. What do I say all the time? Perception is reality to the perceiver.
Right.
So 55% of what is perceived and understood by others. In fact, through our body language, we are always communicating whether we know it or not. You ever rolled over and saw your spouse sleep but smiling? Anybody ever did that? Y'all don't look at y'all spouse while you sleep. See, you either thought, oh, she loves me, or she's thinking about that But her body language is getting your perception. Go ahead, babe.
So you cannot not communicate. I know that mess some people up who say, I don't like to fight. Yeah. You have just communicated.
When you said, I ain't going to say nothing, you said a whole lot.
That's right. So you've communicated by default. Nonverbal messages are the primary way that we communicate emotions. Anybody ever hear the phrase, your actions speak louder than your words? So you can't tell me you love me and you don't never spend no time with me. You can't tell me I'm important to you, yet you never want to hear what I have to say. You can't tell me I'm first in your life, but I come behind, the job, the church, the buddies, the sports, the kids, I'm at the very end if you have some time left over. See, that you're communicating even though you hadn't said anything. And so there's a perception. And so, like he said, my perception is my reality. So I'm going to have the thought, he don't love me. He don't love me. And he'll say, don't we have lights on? Don't you know I love you? Don't when you go to the refrigerator, don't you have food? Don't you know I love you? That's not my love language. Now, that's your reasonable service. You make sure it's lights on at the church. Right? So you just put me in the category with 500, 600 other people. So, I'm not committed to them like that, the way we got to make sure we're communicating what we want. Now, he talked about facial expressions. It's a good one. The face is perhaps the most important conveyor of emotional information. A face can light up with enthusiasm, energy, and approval, express confusion or boredom, and scowl with displeasure. Ooh, that was one of my hardest things. My husband, he could just look at me. We could have a fisticuffs, and I would be better than when he would give me that look of disapproval. And he'd be like, oh, I just couldn't stand that look. And he would say, what, at least I ain't hitting you. I'm thinking you might as well. Because that look said everything. Even when your mouth didn't say anything. The eyes are particularly expressive in telegraphic joy, sadness, anger, or confusion. Now, postures and gestures. Our body postures can create a feeling of warm, openness, or cold rejection. You know when your spouse want to be touched and when they don't. Like every time you take 2 steps forward, they find another position in the kitchen. And you like, what did I do? What did I do? Fellas, I couldn't get no help. I was trying to help you out. For example, when someone faces us sitting quietly with hands loosely folded in the lap, a feeling of anticipation and interest is created. A posture of arms crossed on the chest portrays a feeling of inflexibility, meaning like you positioning yourself because you know you get ready to fight. The action of gathering up one's materials and reaching for a purse signals the desire. This conversation is over because you ain't talking about nothing. I ain't say a word, but I'm just getting myself together because I'm out. I'm done. This is going nowhere. So we have to be very, very careful about how we communicate. And I want to deal with the eyes too, because a lot of times, when a person is talking to you and they not looking you in the eye, that's, that sends the gesture of you focused on everything else but me. I hear you're multitasking. Multitasking. You mean I can't get 60 seconds of you looking me in the eye because you busy? So we have to really think about those things, and again, the eyes are the gateway to the soul. And it could be maybe we don't want nobody looking in our eyes because we'll see the truth. So remember, nonverbal messages account for about 55% of what is perceived and understood by others, and are conveyed through our facial expressions as well as our posture and our gestures.
All right. Give full physical attention to the speaker. Proverbs 4:20 says, "My son, attend to my words, and incline thy ears unto my saying. Let not thy eyes keep them in the midst of thine heart." So it tells you your ears, your eyes, and your heart. When you're communicating with your mate, give them all your full give them all of your full attention to the person that you're speaking to. Now, just think about when y'all was dating. When your spouse was saying something, you was like, or you was like, "Yeah, that's deep, girl. I ain't never thought of it like that right there." You know what I'm saying? So give them your full. You lean forward toward them. Proverb again, give them your ears, give them your eyes, give them your heart. Attention is the art and a skill of giving full attention to another person. In this book called People Skills, Dr. Robert Bolton says, listening with your whole body. So I got to listen with my whole body. I can't just listen with my ears. No, I got to listen with my eyes. Got to show. Because remember body language is 55% of it. So if you just listening, your spouse is saying, you won't really be getting the full perception of what they're saying. Mm-hmm. So I got to listen to them with my eyes. I got to listen to them with my ears. And I got to listen to them with a healthy heart. Mm-hmm. I can't listen to them with a broken heart. I can't listen to them with a dysfunctional heart. I can't listen to them based upon what my last husband or my last baby daddy or my last girlfriend who dogged me out and used with me. No, that's why I can't just go by their words. I got to listen to the whole body. Effective attending is a careful balance of alertness and relaxation that includes body movement, eye contact, and posture involvement.
And there you have it. You've just experienced what takes place regularly at the Transformation Center. Listen, we just want to invite you to come on in and have a real encounter. Go to our website at thepursuitofgod.org or call us at 901-353-5772 so that we can give you more information about what we're doing and keep you abreast to all of the services and the events that we have. We trust that God met you at the point of your expectation, and we just encourage you, come and fellowship with us at the Transformation Center.